I'm fine. Okay, so today we are going to look at the algebraic equation with problems. So remember last time we did algebraic expression, we did algebraic equations, and we also look at the differences between algebraic equation and algebraic equation, where we came to a conclusion to say on an expression is made of variable, is made of a number, and it's also made of a constant. And that number referred to it as a coefficient. Coefficient. So this is what makes algebraic expression. While the algebraic equation make all the same things, but on an equation there is an equal sign. That is the difference. When we say that equal sign means what? What does the equal sign mean? Equal, yeah, what does it mean?
Both sides are equal.
Yeah, it means that both sides are equal. It means that both sides are equal. That means the right hand side is equal to the right hand side. That is what we refer to as the equation. So since today we are going to look at the weight problems, which is we must set up the equation to describe problem situations. So now let's look at example. If you have a textbook, if you can go to page 92. Let's go to page 92. Constant. Yeah, this one is a constant. Yeah, this one is a constant. It means that for this, let's look at this one. So before we can set up equations, we must be able to translate the same equations. I want us to start with the translating the equations from weight equation to the normal equations. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this one, number one. It says a number increased by 6 equals 10. So a certain number that is unknown is increased by 6 equal 10. So then we take a number as an x. Then we say let a number be x. And if the number is not indicated, whether it's 2, whether it's 3, whether it's 4, whether it's 5, whether it's 6, but since it's not indicated the exact number, and that number is increased by 6, and which sign or operation that we can use to indicate an increase? Yes.
Multiplication or addition.
We can use addition. Yes. So therefore that means the x is the number. X is the number, is increased by 6, and equal is the sign. Equals to 10. So I want to give you another one. So way number 2, which is 3 times a certain number by the 3 times a certain number by 5 equal 8. A number 3 times a certain number by 5 equals to 8. So now, if it's like this, which is 3 times a certain number by 5 equal 8. How are we going to, let me check it over. 3 times and a certain number by 30 by 5, oh by, oh yeah, I wrote by bar, yes, okay. Let me move one by there. So, okay, I want you to try that one on your own. Can you create an equation from that? 3 times a certain number by 5 equal 8. I want you to try your own. Right? You are equal, you are right equations. Yeah, you can write it on the board. Thank you. Yes. 3 times a number by 5 equals 8. Ne? So now, let's do another one. Ne? So let's do another one. So what we're going to do, we try to set up the equation. So let's say a certain number increased by 5. Okay. And number 3. A certain number. Yes, don't make noise. Increased by 5 equal 8. A certain number increased by 5 equal to 8. A certain number increased by 5 equal 8. Yes. Yes, yeah, you can keep going by that. So a certain number increased by 5 equal 8. Doubled and added to a number equal 50. I want to write it down to say number 4 and 3 doubled and added to a number equal 50. So now let's talk about the word double. So the word double means it was multiplied by 2. So the word double is multiplied by 2. That means the number that is unknown is being multiplied by 2 and added to a number equal to 15. So how are we going to write this one? Yeah, coming time. Say 3 doubled. Yeah. 3 doubled. Is it correct? No.
Direct
say,
big bang, Papa.
then is doubled, and then a number equals to a 15. So since now we can be able to set up the equation. Since now we can set up the equation. Let's set up the equation and solve. Let's set up the equation and solve. Because remember, we described a situation here. We describe a situation to say, okay. Now, okay, I want to read this for you, so that I want you to try to analyze it and set up the equation, and we're going to solve it together. Okay, listen properly. To say, Zinzi is a florist. She makes a certain number of bouquets and sell all of them at 40 rand each. The money received from the sale of the bouquet is 2,000. How many bouquets did Zinzi make? I'm going to repeat, and I want you to listen properly on this one. To say, Zinzi is a florist. She makes a certain number of bouquets. That means the...
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. Bouquet. And sell all of them at 40 rand. When you go to the ShopRite or Pick n Pay and you buy a flower,
Yes.
and maybe we could give to our parents or anyone else. So that package, we refer to it as a bouquet. Yes, it's not a bouquet, it's a bouquet. Okay. So that package, it costs 40 rand, and she sells all of them, and with the amount 2,000. Again,
Yes.
one bouquet costs 40 rand, and she sells all of them and make 2,000. The question is, how many bouquets did Zinzi make? I want you to set up the equation. Yes. So we're going to, because we know the price of bouquet. What is the price of bouquet? Each bouquet?
40 rand.
It's 40 rand,
Yes.
because we don't know how many bouquets she makes. Again, we're going to say X multiplied 40 equals to 2,000. 2,000. Again, this is the amount of bouquet that is unknown again, which is X. And 40 rand is the cost of a single bouquet.
Yes.
And from all the amounts, she made 2,000.
So say 140x, 140.
I guess this is the price for each bouquet. And this is the total amount that she made. So that means whatever that is sold out, whatever amount of bouquet that she made 2,000.
No, sir, I'm agreeing with you, but then it's not written like that. So it's 40x. It's 40x.
Yeah, it's X number of bouquet multiplied.
Yeah.
But okay, then what is that we're going to do to find the number of bouquets?
We need to say 40 to
We're going to say 55 and divide by 40. So X equals to how much? How many bouquets did she?
50.
Is 50.
50.
Plus 10. Yeah, this bouquet. Okay, now let me give you another one. Okay, this one I must write it down. Yes, after school. Yes, after school. Let's wait a few minutes. Okay, let me give you another one. Let me write this one down. Yes, let me write this one down. Okay, I want you to analyze this one. So to say, a builder, number 2. A builder.
All 3 so like it's my boyfriend. 4.
Yana. So pay someone. Ay, suruh ka kalat na ito video siya.
Yeah.
It's only been 16 minutes.
Eh, betul sih. Udah makan sudah.
A certain number of tons. Yes. Tons. Yes.
Udah makan.
Yeah. Okay, where are
Udah sama. Benar bukan? Ten benar bukan? Atau sama lirik. Enggak, sama lirik. Question. Keep question.
I drink me it's a joke.
Air pro. Okay, sama lirik kan? Hai, pelaku quotes. Rumus. Karena rasa mati. Ada mang kirain.
Ano kitirin delle era? Kanya para kanya terbang pas hari bisa jadi juga kan. Betul betul.
Gue, betul gue.
Okay, now the question is how many tons? Hey, shh. How many tons?
Pulang masih naik. Oke, Melin.
These, the builder. His customer. Okay. Now the question is, a builder delivers a certain number of tons of timber to a customer. He has large truck that holds 3 tons of timber and a small truck that holds 2 tons of timber. The driver makes 6 journeys with the large truck and 1 journey with the small truck. Each time the truck is full loaded, how many tons of timber did the builder deliver to his customer? I want you to set up the equation and calculate of how many tons of timber did the driver or the builder deliver to the customer. I'm going to give you just 1 minute. I'm going to give 1 minute, just try to figure out how are you going to set up the equation and how to calculate how many tons of timber did the builder deliver to his customer. So use that to calculate. Just 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay, we can say that number of tons equals to x again. So we said the number of tons equals to x. X represents the number of tons. So now we must check. With the large truck, how many tons does it carry? How many tons? We know that the large truck holds 3 tons again.
Yes.
So therefore, if it holds 3 tons, we are going to say 3 multiplied by 6J. Because 3 is the number of tons, and the 6 represents the J that made by the builder. And now, the other thing is that, okay, for large truck, we indicate for large truck, and for small truck, for small truck, okay, I want to indicate truck here. For small truck, how many J did they builder make with the small truck? They made 1 J. And how many tons? 2 tons. We're going to say 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied 1. That means for this one is the number of tons, the number of J. The number of tons, the number of J. So therefore, since we want to know how many tons were delivered by the builder, we are going to say 3 multiplied by 6 and with 2 multiplied by 1 equals to the number of tons. Because X is the number of tons again. So the number of tons is X, and 3 is the number of tons multiplied by 6J. 2 is the number of tons with a small truck multiplied by a single J. So we're going to say 3 multiplied 6.
18.
18. 2 multiplied 1. 2 equals to X. 18 and 2. 20 is equals to X. That means we can say that the driver delivered 20 tons. The total number, we say the total number
is 20 tons.
That was delivered by the bird.
The total number of tons of timber delivered is 20 tons. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, we'll meet again when we do more analysis of weight problems, right?
Yes.
Yes. And yeah, we're done for today.
Yes.